I'm here in Brigham City, Utah, seat of Box Elder County. It was here in this building behind me in February 1945 where Sheriff Warren Hyde took a call that would put him on one of the most unexpected front lines of World War II. One February morning in 1945, at the height of the Second World War, Floyd Stoll looked out across his ranch in northern Utah and spotted a large, unidentifiable object hovering low over one of his fields. Concerned, Stoll rang the county sheriff, Warren Hyde, to report the object. "Sheriff, there's a strange contraption up here." "Well, what does it look like, Floyd?" "Like a big parachute, except it isn't spread on the ground. It's hanging in the air, sort of." Sheriff Hyde asked if the object looked like a balloon. Stoll said that it did. Sheriff Hyde told Stoll not to go near it or tell anyone about it. Donning his white Stetson, he told Stoll he was on his way. Before leaving Brigham City, Hyde informed the FBI office in Salt Lake City that a Japanese balloon had been spotted in the Blue Creek area. The FBI ordered him to recover the balloon, intact if possible. During the course of the war, thousands of bomb-laden balloons were set aloft from Japanese shores, directed at the U.S. and Canada. Hundreds were recovered, but not one had been found in a condition suitable for detailed study due to a self-destruct mechanism the balloon carried. Hyde knew that this balloon was probably a Japanese bomb balloon called a Fugo. The Fugos were sent aloft from Japan with bombs in order to harass American cities and set fire to American forests. Hyde, like many other law enforcement personnel across the American West, had been briefed by the FBI that these balloons might appear, and if they did find one, to report it to the FBI, the Army, and the Navy ASAP. Hyde arrived on scene somewhere near here to find a balloon measuring some 80 feet tall. The morning sun was beginning to warm the gas inside, and so the balloon was rising higher and higher. Hyde knew that he had to stop this balloon, and as he sprinted toward it, he could see there was still a bomb attached. Nevertheless, he ran, grabbed one of the shroud lines just in time for a gust of wind to catch the balloon and lift him off the ground. Hyde and the balloon floated across the small canyon. Worried the balloon might carry him higher, he began to swing his 200-pound body back and forth to reach the ground on the other side. Whether it was this maneuver or the wind died down, Hyde didn't know, but the balloon did drift down. Once on the ground, Hyde was dragged through the sage and rocks until the balloon finally stopped. He attempted to tie the 80-foot-tall behemoth to some sagebrush, but the wind picked up, and Hyde was hoisted once again in the air, this time in the opposite direction. Dangling from the balloon, Hyde began to spin like a twisted yo-yo. The sheriff fought back nausea and centripetal force, but managed to hang on. Hyde landed again on the opposite side of the canyon, and there again tried to anchor the beast. But swirling and shifting wind currents made the task difficult, and it required all of his bodily strength. For nearly an hour, Hyde wrestled with the balloon, and was dragged back and forth, to and fro, across the canyon, until he finally found a secure anchor. Astonishingly, the bomb that dangled with him never detonated. Not long after Hyde won the balloon battle, FBI agents arrived on scene, followed shortly by Army and Navy personnel who flew in from California. They detonated the bomb and deflated the balloon. The existence of Japanese balloon bombs was heavily censored by the U.S. government, and Hyde was told not to mention the incident to anyone, not even his wife. Hyde drove home alone that night, but how he explained his bruises, scratches, and rope burns to his family is not clearly known. The Japanese balloon bombs remained a censored subject until May 1945, when another balloon bomb killed a woman and 5 kids near Bly, Oregon. It wasn't until the summer of 1952 when Hyde's story of wrangling the bomb balloon was made public. Hyde's story appeared in the August issue of Coronet Magazine. Those who knew Hyde well were not surprised. He was just doing his duty. Later in 1945, Hyde was invited to Salt Lake City, where he was personally thanked for capturing the balloon by the Utah State Governor and federal officials. Hyde remained sheriff of Box Elder County until 1975. Another high point in his career was when he arrested one of FBI's 10 most wanted. He retired from sheriff work in 1975 and died in 1989, and is buried here in the Harper's Ward Cemetery. So that's the story of Warren Hyde and the Japanese balloon. It's a little known story that highlights the bravery and ingenuity of everyday people during times of war. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe and share it. Thank you for watching.